Welcome back to not Deep Thoughts from the Forerunner. That's not what we're doing today, although I am still in the Forerunner, as you guys can see. Today is a little bit of a, I don't know if you want to call it a public service announcement, something to that effect. I want to take a minute here to let a few people know what it is that I actually do, because some people get confused when you don't implicitly say what it is that you can help them with. And so most of the people that are around me on a relatively often basis know what holistic sales training means, which is, mind, body, sales. The goal is to implement mindset and mindfulness tactics, wellness techniques, and then frameworks for scaling a business to that next level. So that's the premise of the business itself. I like to say that I'm a recovering corporate trainer, if you will. Helped build a global process, operated as a corporate trainer, launched a national program for another company, and did a few other projects along the way. And what it ended up doing was making me get really good at this, actually. And by the way, the reason why I was even brought into it in the first place is because I was a perennial top performer nationwide as an individual contributor. And I actually still sell right now because I like to keep my sales skills sharp. So what can I do for you that's actually going to impact your business or your pocketbook? Well, there's a couple of things. First off, I do have my Sales Foundations, the Art and Science of Prospecting course. I'm currently enrolling the fourth group to go through that course. I'm at 12 enrolled, and I can probably get 20 in there relatively comfortably. So that's one thing. And that's going to teach you how to prospect, because most people don't have a closing problem. Most people have a prospecting problem. They don't have enough people in their pipeline. So because they don't have enough people in their pipeline, they tend to be focusing really, really hard on these few people that are in their pipeline. And then you get that whole commission breath, I can tell that you need this really bad, get out, because you're just like every other salesperson. That's what happens. So you fix the pipeline, you fix the closing problem generally. The second thing is maybe you're either transitioning into bringing your first salesperson. You need that structure, and you need somebody to train them, and you need somebody to train you how to lead them. That's another thing. Another thing is, maybe you're scaling your business, or you're hoping to scale your business, but you don't have a formal sales process in place. And so you've got, maybe you got a few salespeople and your results are doing this kind of thing up and down, and maybe they're staying down for a while, that kind of thing. You probably don't have the structure and then the leadership structure in order to support a high-performing sales culture, and both of those things are necessary, and I can build that for you. In addition, I could also do some fractional sales leadership. So you got a few salespeople, and you can't afford what it's going to cost to have somebody do it full time, which, by the way, is a premium. Then you can pay somebody like me that's got that experience to do it a few hours a month or a few hours a week, depending on your investment that you'd like to make. That will be able to give you that high-level sales leadership without as big of a nickel at the end of the day. Also, I can help if you are looking to take your personal game to the next level, whether you're a leader, a sales leader, CEO, or you're an individual sales contributor who's stuck. You've gotten to six figures, but you can't get past it, right? I can help you with that as well. And so if any of these things are things that resonate with you, one other thing. You're planning that sales kickoff for January and you need a keynote speaker, I can do that too. Matter of fact, we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation about what your goals are. And first off, I'll make sure that your company aligns with my company, because if not, we're not doing it anyways. But if it does, and it seems like it makes sense, then we'll talk about where your company's at, where your goals are, what you want to focus on, and we'll build a presentation around that. So if any of these things are things that you or somebody that you know could use, then hit me up in the DM, or you can also go to holisticsalestraining.com. We actually have a new website under development right now. That one is a little outdated, but that's a big project in the making in the background right now. But I would love to help you. So if you need help, reach out.